What's the American equivalent to breaking spaghetti in front of Italians? Story 1. There was a guy on TikTok visiting from the UK, and they went to a Mexican restaurant and poured the salsa over the chips in the basket. That did me in. Story 2. I watched a guy from NJ roll a NY-style pizza from tip to crust and eat it like a burrito. I saw an NY guy watch that, and I saw his soul leave his body that day. Reply 1. NJ pizza culture is pretty much the same as NY. That guy was just a freak. Unless he was just trying to piss off the New Yorker, which we also like doing. Reply 2. I like how all US NJ people came to the same logical conclusion. He just wanted to piss off a New Yorker. Reply 3. No true NJ guy would do that to a pizza. Unless it was being done deliberately to crush the soul of a New Yorker, that would be fun to watch. Story 3. America has a lot of different regional foods, but as an East Coast guy, a cheese steak is a really simple dish composed of shredded up steak with melted cheese on a hoagie roll. It's so simple I did not think it could be effed up. Then I traveled some. Wow, I was effing wrong. I have seen a cheesesteak made in every wrong combination it possibly could be, but the worst was ordering a Philadelphia cheese steak on a cruise ship and getting an actual steak with a slice of cheese melted onto it. I was completely flabbergasted. Reply 1. Don't ever order anything that needs to be specified as a Philadelphia cheesesteak. That's the rule. It's just a cheesesteak if it's going to be good. Laugh out loud. On that topic, we do not automatically include mushrooms and especially not bell peppers on them. Can you add them should you wish? Of course. But if you go anywhere in Philly and get a cheesesteak, it's going to be meat, bread, and cheese. Maybe automatically onions, if anything. It drives me insane when I see places, like airport restaurants, hotel restaurants, outside of Philly serving a Philadelphia cheesesteak, and it includes mushrooms and peppers. I know that's stupid, but it makes me crazy. Reply 2. Philadelphia cheesesteak is a huge red flag. Philly cheesesteak at least somewhere in PA is usually alright. At least the Philly guys know enough about the area to know that nobody who isn't filling out legal paperwork calls the city Philadelphia. And yeah, you're right. I actually like mushrooms on mine, but if you put mushrooms or onions or peppers or whatever on a cheesesteak without me asking for them, you're wrong. Reply 3. I'm not even from nor ever lived near Philly, but if I heard someone say, "Want to get a Philadelphia cheesesteak?" I would think they were a foreign agent or something. Reply 4. Authentic Philly cheesesteaks really keep it simple. Meat, cheese, and maybe onions. Adding mushrooms or peppers just isn't part of the tradition. Reply 5. I am from Philly, and it's always funny to me that Philly cheesesteaks in other places always include green peppers. It's not that you can't add it on in Philly. People add peppers, mushrooms, bacon, etc., but it's definitely an add-on. The only things when ordering a cheesesteak in Philly are what cheese you want, and whether you want onions, you do. Story 4. Apparently it's common in the UK to drink instant coffee. The way they feel about heating up water for tea in a microwave is the way I feel about their instant coffee. Reply 1. My dad would fill up about a quarter of the cup with instant coffee and pour microwaved water on it. And people wonder why I don't like coffee. Story 5. There's a couple of English kids who travel around the States trying different foods. Nice guys, they're always having a great time. They were at a barbecue joint, and the owner/chef, guy working, I don't know what his role is, catches them starting to get at their ribs with knives and forks. Guy barely held it together but kept it cool. You could tell he was absolutely appalled. So were the Brits, to their credit. Just terrifically embarrassed. Reply 1. Those same guys made it over to Louisiana and ordered crawfish. One of them just bit into the bug, shell, and all. Reply 2. That's how we eat lobster where I'm from. Reply 3. I've seen that exact video. I believe the proprietor's exact words were, "We don't do that round here. Put those down." Reply 4. I saw that. The realization they had on their first bite when they realized how soft and tasty the meat was priceless. Edit. for those curious. Story 6. Low-fat cheese curds. I have been getting an insane number of responses to this. Thanks. I just want to point out that this is meant to be humorous. I'm a Chicagoan with a son in WI, and we're up there all the time. Low-fat cheese curds is not a real thing, as far as I know, just a joke, per the topic. Thanks again. Reply 1. That's also a good way to piss off Canadians, Quebecois especially. Inferior curds on poutine, or worse yet, shredded cheese. Reply 2. I'm from Wisconsin, and this comment has me so angry I'm going to need a beer and a brandy old-fashioned to calm down. Story 7. Man, judging by these comments, many Americans would be furious that I eat chips out of a bag with a spoon. Reply 1. I am horrified at the concept and intrigued by the logistics. I genuinely can't imagine how that would work. With American chips or with British chips? Neither are shaped to be eaten with a spoon? Reply 2. I'm imagining this lunatic running a rolling pin back and forth over his bag of chips before digging in with his spoon. Story 8. Eating chicken wings. The quintessential American party food, but leaving a bunch of meat between the two bones of those flat pieces as you discard the bones. Edit. No, actually, not eating chicken wings badly. Putting a cast iron pan into the dishwasher. Eating chicken wings incompetently will get you dirty looks. The second one will get you written out of Grandpa's will. Reply 1. Washing it with soap and water is acceptable even if many think it's not due to outdated info. But a dishwasher? That might be kind of wild. If you didn't get it out as soon as possible, it would probably rust. Reply 2. I once saw a post on the cast iron subreddit, maybe for April Fool's Day or something, I forget, where the poster was asking why their grandmother's cast iron skillet wasn't as good after cleaning it in the dishwasher. The people on the subreddit lost their minds. It was great. Story 9. I once watched in horror as my brother's trailer park girlfriend put ketchup on top of a $50 filet mignon. When she asked the waiter for ketchup, he looked concerned. Reply 1. I love my family who are from the country, but they are these people. At our wedding, they asked our waiters for ketchup to eat with their steak. And you know what? The waiters did it without blinking an eye, and I love them for being themselves in every situation. Laugh out loud. Story 10. That guy on r/mildly interesting who posted a picture of how the creamer sank to the bottom of his coffee. But he put the creamer in the coffee pot like some kind of wild animal. Story 11. A lot of Swedes are banned from r/food automatically. There was a debate whether Swedish cinnamon rolls had glaze or not. We Swedes said that they most certainly do not have glaze. We got told that it isn't up to us and that we shouldn't gatekeep food. Some mad lad took 2 pieces of crisp bread with ham and cheese and asked for feedback on his cheeseburger. This was no appreciated by the Americans. He argued that it had all the constituents of a cheeseburger and that they should not gatekeep food. Now, if you use a specific Swedish Craypost subreddit, then you'll get automatically banned from r/food. Story 12. I was in Amsterdam for Liberation Day, and there was an American-style smoked barbecue stand. I had to listen to someone try to complain their meat was uncooked because it had a pink ring. Sir, the pink ring is the point. Story 13. Haven't seen this one yet. My French roommate put ketchup on pasta and also on rice. A portion of my soul was lost watching him do it.
Thanks for watching until the end. If you have a similar story to these that you want to share with us, please leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and subscribe. For more videos like this one right now, please stop by our channel. Thanks again, and see you next time.